What is up, internet? It's your boy ScooterRay representing the tag Almighty. And I'm here to talk about NXT. I mean, it's Tuesday night. What else? Um, Pretty standard show. They're trying to set some stuff up to happen, especially since they have their last premium live event, December 10th, bars, which is deadline. So they're on the road to deadline. Um, the show opens up with Braun Breaker. He's, trying to talk, gets interrupted by Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly comes out there, and then Wesley comes out. And they start having this banter on they was so Wes and Braun was like, hey, we'll let y'all have y'all's moment. And then they was like, wait, before y'all start, y'all do know the moment y'all start talking, somebody's gonna come out, interrupt, and then they're gonna be like, hey, can we get title shots and this, that, and the third? And then of course they started looking around like who? And then Wes was like, oh no, I was talking about Braun and I. So yes, main event, Pretty Deadly versus Braun Breaker, Wesley for the NXT Tag Team Championships. I don't know about y'all, but Pretty Deadly is still one of the best tag team names ever. I don't care. Deal with it. I said it. Um, then as that happens, Truth comes out. So now we get Truth versus Grayson Waller. That was going down, and Truth was doing a dive, and he didn't fully clear it, and it looked like he hurt maybe his knee, his thigh, his leg. All through the commercial break, they was checking on him. They was taking him to the back. The match ended in stoppage. Grayson Waller wins. Hopefully, Truth is okay. Hopefully, it's not serious. I don't know if it was kayfabe, whatever, but let's just hope Truth is okay. And then, of course, Waller is like, hey, I didn't beat people from NXT, Raw, SmackDown, whatever. Nobody can handle me. Excuse me. Nobody can handle me at this point. I thought somebody was going to interrupt, but no. It just ended with Waller running his mouth. I guess we'll see where this starts to go. I don't remember the next segment exactly, but I do know, if y'all didn't hear, Bodie Hayward, along with a few other NXT people, were recently released. And from the story that's coming out about Bodie, it sounded like he was in a situation where he needed to be fired. Like apparently he was becoming uncontrollable. He wasn't being professional. And it was like immediately get him out of here. And if y'all know, Duke Hudson has been kind of sliding in. It was like, well, now it looks like he's going to be in replace. And he's going to replace Bodie, which one of the matches was the Hell of Chase U versus Kiana Jade. Duke was going to be the flag bearer, taking over Bodie's spot. He goes out there. There was one part where Kiana hit her finisher. He takes Thea's foot, put it on the ropes. Chase was like, no, we don't do stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So he sends Duke back to the back, all for Kiana to basically pick her up, do it again, and get the 3. I thought they was going to do that, and at least Thea was going to win, and then it would have kind of been like, oh, hey, Duke's methods worked, but whatever. Then after the match, is it Charlie Dempsey? I think that's his name. Regal's son. Tex. Andre Chase. Duke comes out for the help. Next week, Duke and Charlie are going to go at it. I want to say it is Charlie Dempsey. Not Duke. Sorry. Andre and Charlie are going to go at it. Because, they had a little beef. Sorry again. they had a little beef prior when he was trying to train with Chase U and he was being too rough. So we'll see. But um, what are some highlights? Zoe Stark is getting very interesting. She seems very hot headed now. Like she seems like she's on this. I'm losing control and I'm losing my edge because her and Nikita are getting tag team title shots next week. But her and Indy had a one-on-one match, and in her frustrations, she was like, repeatedly taking shots at Indy where the ref counts. She was wanting to slam her through the table, all of that. But all of her frustration and hot headedness resulted in Indy getting the W. And then, of course, foreshadowing, most likely her and Nikita are going to lose. And I see her turning on Nikita and becoming a heel because her hot headedness is going to probably cost them the W and everything. So we'll see where that goes come next week. We had another promo from Scripps, and he was spray painting something on the building as they played another one of his voicemails, his poetic voicemails, and then spray painted the camera. So whomsoever Scripps is, I guess will be revealed soon. We get another Dominic Dijakovic promo. Still no word of when he's going to come, but apparently he's seeking balance and justice in NXT. So we'll see what happens there. Schism had a sit down interview, which it basically led to why Ava did you join these guys? You were born in this business. We known you since training, this, that, and the third. Why are you here with them? And then, Ava was like, hey, when I got hurt, nobody really checked on me. Nobody called me. It was really Joe and his people. Joe was there for me the whole time. So why not join them? And of course, and it led to them talking about Cameron Grimes, and Gacy and Grimes are supposed to have one final match come next week, which I'm assuming Gacy's gonna finally take that, because why would they build this up for nothing? Cora Jade fought Valentina for Ross. Cora Jade wins. She tries to attack Valentina afterwards. Wendy Chu came for the save. Mandy Rose had her 1 year championship celebration. I think they put the number up there. I think she's officially been champ 372 days. So she had her little celebration and it got interrupted by Alba Fire. She started beating up one of the Champagne boys. I'm just calling them Champagne boys. She started beating up on Toxic Attraction. Of course, Mandy got her. She slammed Gigi through a table. Then she gets on the mic. It's like, hey, I took out Gigi this week. Next week, I'm taking out JC. And then in 2 weeks, I'm going to take your title. So we'll see. And it'll be interesting to see if she takes that belt before deadline. Because it'll be like, why not save it for, I don't know, unless they're going to do a rematch at deadline. I don't know. We shall see. I think, was there any other things that were important? Oh, Odyssey Jones is back. Odyssey Jones, he took on, excuse me, he squashed Javier Bernal, or Big Body Javi. It was a squash. Welcome back, Odyssey Jones. Let's just call that what it was. he squashed Big Body Hobby. Main event. Trying to think, was there anything important before the main event? But main event, Pretty Deadly versus West and Braun. It was a typical tag team title match. And it was one of the ones to where, like I've said on here before, we knew them titles wasn't going to change hands. Because why now all of a sudden they're going to make one, Wesley and Braun just decided to team up. And then they're going to make them champs randomly. But that happened. And of course, towards the end of the match, as the ref gets distracted, Carmelo pushes Wesley off the top rope. I want to say it was it Kit? I think Kit gets to roll up 1, 2, 3. West starts to go after Carmelo, so most likely they're going to run it back. And from earlier in the night, Mr. Stone staked the claim to Braun that Von Wagner wants a title shot. And he's getting tired of you ducking Von Wagner. Also, Apollo Crews is like, hey, I've been wanting to go against Braun. I feel like Braun's ducking me. See where this is going. But after the match, when West starts to attack Carmelo and they fight up the ramp, Von beats up. Well, he beat him up. He big booted Braun. Von big booted Braun. Say that 10 times fast. Carmelo. Apollo was watching on the screen and was kind of like, how dare he does this? And then JD Madonna said some things to Apollo, so maybe Vaughn is going to get the title shot and Cruz is going to go against Madonna for the time being, and maybe a deadline. We're going to finally get Apollo versus Braun. I don't know. We shall see. But for the most part, that was NXT as a whole. They're setting up these championship matches because next week we got the women's tag team title rematch. 2 weeks, Alba Fire and Mandy Rose. Maybe we might get a Braun and Vaughn before deadline. Maybe we might get West and Carmelo before deadline. But it's kind of weird that you want to have all of these type of matches before deadline and then going to hurry up and build something else, if not rematches for deadline. But yeah, that was NXT. I'm ScooterRay. Shouts out to Lip Dizzle, Jaeger Bombastic. Shouts out to Juggs. That was NXT Tuesday night. I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace. Phone drop. Y'all got that.